Yeah, this in Michigan.
Good afternoon. How are you doing, fam? Good to see you again. Well, here we go. 6-year-old Cody being shot by a Vietnamese man. Ain't that something? Then it goes to court. Initially, the man has a $10,000 bail bond. Because of the outcry of grassroots people who are connected to each other, it was changed. It was changed to, I believe, $100,000. But what is it? Assault with the intent to murder? No, it was attempted murder. I want to say this, and I want you to really, if you don't believe me, please check into it. The man went out of his house initially, they're not telling you this, with a sledgehammer. A sledgehammer to do harm to this child. Think of a sledgehammer. If you don't know what a sledgehammer is, look it up, please. Look it up, fam. Look up sledgehammer. And the little boy made a comment that he was too fast for him to be able to hit him with the sledgehammer. So he went in his house, got a gun, shot Cody, 6 years old. You envision that. Okay? Where is the outcry of that entire neighborhood? That person is a threat. Come to find out he's Vietnamese, right? Deport him. Lee Wen, whatever his name is, should be deported. And that's what should be called for. Deport him.
There was a story I seen exactly when everyone seen it, that came out about the little 6-year-old boy, Kobe Daniel. I'm a father of a 6-year-old. My little girl's 6; she'll be 7 next month. And when I heard that what happened with him, that he got shot in the arm, I wanted to know how that happened, what's the details, and when all the details start coming out, of course, I was very upset. Many of you was very upset, right? And you see the title of the live stream tonight. And that title is very, very important. Now, let's play the original news clip. And we're going to take this and walk this thing down because there's some points that we really need to make. Unfortunately, I was weighing if I want to go there, but I'm going to have to because I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing some things going on, sometime within our men. That's why I definitely tell men a lot. I believe in, men being men. I believe in gender roles. I believe in men doing what they're supposed to do to protect their family, to provide for their family, etc. I made that clear. I say it all day, piss people off when I say it. Don't care because I know the new way don't work. But let's go ahead and let me get to this first clip. Brace yourselves.
And I'm trying to figure out how he got a bond that was so low for trying to kill my kid.
Arnold Daniel trying to figure out why Ryan Lee Wen is out of jail after allegedly shooting his son Kobe. It's all on video Saturday afternoon on Candlewood Lane. You'll see kids playing, hear a gunshot, then Kobe realizes he's hit. Lee Wen allegedly fired through his front window. The bullet went in Kobe's arm and out the other side.
He's bleeding! He got shot! Kobe got shot! Kobe got shot! Police!
Right now, he's not even processing exactly what happened. He don't realize how close he came to not being here. But I realize it.
29-year-old Lee Wen is charged with assault with intent to murder. He's apparently had issues with neighbors. A Washtenaw County judge gave him a $10,000 cash bond, which he made Tuesday. This is him walking out, picked up by family. The prosecutor's office shocked at the low bond. They're filing an emergency motion to get it changed. A judge's order not to return home, but it's a piece of paper, says our.
Okay. Now you caught up to speed. So as you've seen, the little boy, was out with his friends in front of this, Ryan Lee Wen. He's Vietnamese, and he supposedly had his stuff in his yard. He said he was threatened before with a sledgehammer, but then this guy comes out with a gun and shoots through his own window, to shoot a 6-year-old child. What a 6-year-old child is going to do. Okay.
Fam, little known facts. This Vietnamese man, he went after Cody, the 6-year-old boy, with a sledgehammer to harm him. Just in case you did not understand or know that, I want you to be advised that this is the behavior, deadly force towards a 6-year-old child. Deadly force. Please be mindful and be aware that he is a serious threat, not only to the community, society, to children. He is a serious threat. Pay attention to that. He cannot be allowed out in the community without people knowing, especially people with children, that this is the type of individual that's in their area. Thank you. Deport him.
Now, some of this I want to lay blame on. I want to lay blame on the mainstream media. I blame all these so-called liberal outlets that was running this so-called Asian hate, Black America, ABC, Juju Chang. I blame her too. All this running this in a loop, saying that Black Americans are going to attack you. Black Americans, you know how it is. They see black skin, it don't matter, because you have to understand when you talked about January the 6th, they had the South Vietnamese flag in the midst of the white supremacists storming the Capitol. Okay. You remember the story I covered when he had a Vietnamese man right here in Houston put up a Black Lives Matter sign. This man runs an insurance company. He had people in his own community threatening his life because how dare he put up a Black Lives Matter sign in front of their community. So you have a lot of white supremacist identified people definitely within the Vietnamese community. I used to think a long time ago that I knew racism exists. Yes, you have definitely, racist Mzungus, right? But I used to think, well, people that wasn't, outside of them would understand, and we all could maybe get together and do all of, work together and try to end something like that. Why would an Asian person not like a black person? And why would this person, I used to think like it would be a no-brainer, right? But then you start seeing and you start going down a rabbit hole of the anti-blackness within the Asian community. And there's a video of China Mac that I got to do a video on too, because China Mac admitted how his grandfather told him, don't you go around them black people or you're not going to ever come back to my house. They told him that anti-blackness runs strong in different Asian communities. But see, they gave them a bill though, a Stop Asian Hate bill. But are we going to get a bill for black folks? No, you look at the Congressional Black Caucus, they're not putting up one bill to protect black people. Not one.
Damage with the use of force, deadly force, and weapons. This should not be allowed whatsoever. Get him out of here. He's a danger to our country, period. To our children, to the most vulnerable of our society. Deport him.
Oh my God, they do everything else but protect black people, right? So the mainstream media is the cause of some of this. Oh, yes, they are. the white supremacists, notice how they link up with them very quick.
Having laws on the book to protect people's life are good. However, let's consider the fact that the behavior will no longer be overt, outwardly obvious. It will become covert. So what has to be done is that we have to learn to band together, to look after each other, to unite, and to hold people accountable for each act of violence that is perpetrated against our group. Period. Shouldn't be excused. And this behavior of adults attacking children, black children, I had shown a little episode of this with the war against black children. If you have time, you can look at that video. There were children being shot. And if you look around and you look at some of the events in the news where you had non-black children, youths, that had guns firing up against everyone, and they were not gunned down. They were not gunned down. So the laws are good, but if they're not going to be enforced, and if you don't have allies on the force, in the system, who are going to be fair and humane and moral, then you have to consider these factors as well.
What I'm saying is they are individual people who are allies, that have been allies to me, who've been my friends, who have always been cool with within the Asian community. There are people in the Asian community that watch my show and support it, even financially. I'm cool with all of them. I'm cool with all of y'all. If you're an Asian person that support reparations, you're an Asian person that want to end white supremacy, you're an Asian person that is a true ally, I'm with you. I am not against you. But I am against those who want to side with the white supremacists and treat us no different than the white supremacists. Understand that. Even black folks that want to, like the congressional people in the Congressional Black Caucus, want to side with liberal white supremacy and don't do nothing for black folks. You're no different than a white supremacist to me, even if you're black. So I want to make sure I put that clearly. Okay. So nobody can misconstrue my words.
Okay, fam? Things to think about. 6 years old, this child. This man is doggone near 30. He should not be in this country at all. And that is what should be addressed. Deport him. So fam, let me know what you think about this grown behind man, grown, attacking a baby, a young, tender child of 6 years. Put your comments below, please. Let me know how you think and feel. Let us come together, stay together, band together against this evil. Peace and love, fam. Deport him.